Hello, YouTube. This is Keith Kevin Ken. I'm Kevin. It's time again for another daily pocket dump deconstruction. That's right. What you see right there is what is going to be in my pockets this Monday morning. Oh, it's Monday. This Monday morning. That just got me depressed just saying Monday. And I threw it all out on my desk. Then I made it all purdy so that I could take a picture of it, post it to Instagram just 8 minutes ago. My Instagram is at Keith Kevin Ken. Come follow the feed. We post at least 4 knife-related pictures every single day. Every single day. It starts with my first cup of coffee. Love to have you join the feed. I turned my iPhone 6S Plus from photo to video, and now we're going to do the YouTube channel. Again, I apologize for the late uplink if you follow me daily. It just got uplinked in the middle of the night. I'm an old man. I don't understand how everything works, and then one day it just doesn't. But anyway, you have that one. We're continuing every single day to talk about knives and stuff. If you look at this, some of you who have seen these pocket dump deconstructions before, you're sitting there going, what's missing? Something's missing. And what is missing is my flask. And I'll tell you why in just a few moments. But let's talk about the watch. It is Monday, by the way. Monday, May 23rd, 2016. They say it won't rain as much in the east of the U.S., but it's been ugly. Tomorrow should start a string of 70s and 80s. Now I'm a weatherman, right? You guys don't care. You're not even in the East right now. By the way, I told you it was Monday, May 23rd, 2016. Just as a marker, because we do this every single day. I know a lot of you don't watch every single day. And I also know that some of you will find me months, even years from now, and say, man, that guy's crazy. And maybe you'll check out one of the over 110 playlists that we have on the channel. So anyway, let's talk about this. That's what you're missing is the flask. The reason you're missing the flask is because I have 4 meetings today. 2 of them are presentations at 2:30 and 6 p.m. I just don't have time for the flask today. By the time I get home, I'm going to hit a glass, okay, of something very nice. So that's what that's about. Today, the watch is my Rolex Datejust. If you're new to the channel, I have a regular rotation of watches. I don't know, you guys. What is it? I don't know. I should just count them. It's not like a million. It's 6 or 5 or 6 of them. I love my Rolex. Again, it's a meeting day, so I'm going to wear the Rolex Datejust, just a nice classic Rolex. The cigar today, and the reason I am carrying the cigar is on my way home, I'm going to light this thing up. It's just a wonderful Quintero cigar. Nothing expensive, but a nice Cuban smoke. I really like it. That will celebrate the Monday. It will celebrate the wonderful meetings I've had, or it will celebrate the fact that they're done and I'm moving on to Tuesday. But that's my Cuban cigar. I always have one. I always carry a silver coin with me, a 1-ounce silver coin from just around the world. And the reason is it's a very good luck charm, and my grandfather used to always carry a silver dollar, and I remember that so much. Of course, we would stop, and he would buy me penny candy with that thing in his pocket, and then pull out another one. Well, silver's not like that these days, but this is a wonderful silver coin. Just came out this year, 2016, from the U.S. Mint. It's celebrating the 100-year anniversary of the United States National Park System, which is huge, humongous, beautiful, and available all over the country. And, boy, that sounded like a PSA, didn't it? The wallet is a nice, thin Coach vintage wallet. Almost everything I have is vintage because I'm vintage. Let's see. Let's take the knives off. I'm carrying my fancy vintage Coach notepad as well. You could tell it's a meeting day, huh? Actually, yesterday on Sunday, I had the real fancy carry. This isn't as fancy, but again, security blankets. That's what they are. I always carry a keychain knife, a medium knife, and a large knife. Sometimes my large knife is really a medium-ish knife, but it's the biggest knife I have on me. Always carry a keychain knife. I think sometimes people project what their keychains look like compared to mine. Mine is simply a silver ring with 3 keys on it. And I always attach a key to it. Someone asks, how come your knives don't get all scratched up and stuff with all those keys in your pocket? Well, first of all, there are 3 keys. But that's a great question. Remember how I always tell you guys that people don't freak out on the keychain knife? One reason I have a keychain knife is when people see it, a lot of times they grab it and play with it. And they're just not frightened at all by it. In fact, they go, oh, it's cute. Sometimes they ask me, what knife do I have? But a lot of times they see it, and they see it because I throw it on my desk at work. And a lot of times I'll throw it on the bar when I'm drinking. And I tell people that, put it on. And one reason is because, especially when I have some of my more expensive knives on it, first I want to show them off. Second, I want to get them out of my pocket. And people have said, so how can you do that at work? Well, I'm in an office. My department, I'm over a department. They come in, they play with the knives. It's okay if I have a knife. It's okay as long as I'm not drinking out of my flask, that's on the table as well. But anyway, that is my keychain knife. This knife is the Spyderco. I always laugh at this. This is the Spyderco Manbug. Yeah, Spyderco Manbug. This is the first knife that Spyderco did. Man, it's Monday morning. Believe me, you guys have seen me flip open these small knives. I just have, my hands feel fatter this morning. This is the Ladybug in purple. Both of these have FRN scales. Spyderco realized that the Ladybug was selling pretty nice. The only difference is a lot of the men didn't like carrying Ladybugs, so they made a Manbug. The Manbug is a little thicker. I don't know if you can see that. The blade is a little wider. Obviously, the lady comes with the same kind of grind that the Manbug has. VG10 steel, both of them. The Manbug, the length of the blade is 1.95 inches, almost 2 inches long. The whole knife is 2.5 inches long. That's the Ladybug. That's the Manbug for all you men out there that didn't want to say Ladybug. You know, I'm joking, right? What am I carrying? The Manbug. Actually, even when I carry the Ladybug, and I have several variations of the Ladybug, when someone asks me, what kind of knife is that? I call it the Spyderco Manbug. I give them the whole story about the Ladybug and the Manbug, even when I'm carrying the Ladybug. They don't know the difference. So I'm joking with you, but yeah, I feel a little wimpy going, Ladybug. Anyway, both of these are great classic keychain knives from Spyderco. FRN scales, that's fiberglass reinforced nylon. That's real special. Feels like plastic, but a strong plastic. It's really nice. That's the Manbug. My middle knife is one of my favorites, as you guys know. This is the newest. Came out a year and a half ago from Jason Brous of the Silent Soldier flippers. I have a Silent Soldier collection, all the Silent Soldier knives, the fixed knives, and all of the flippers, including the ones that are really hard to find. I have it. It's available here on the channel. Go check it out. I love Brous blades. I love Jason Brous. Remember, I don't know any of these folks. I just know them from their work, and I really enjoy his work. This is going to be my medium carry. It's G10, and the reason it's G10, well, let's talk about this. G10 Scales has that back spacer with the Brous blades. The Brous blades, deep carry clip. You can actually put this on the right or the left. It's a very nice clip. And this happens to be the acid stonewash. It comes in blacked out satin, just a stonewash blade. He always has 4 different blades. This came out of the neck knives, the Silent Soldier neck knives. Put your finger through here and really control it, whether it's a tactical knife or does very good cutting. Started as a neck knife. He then went and made these wonderful knives. There are 2 knives that got away, and we'll talk a little bit more about the Silent Soldier flipper. There are 1,000 of these are available through all of the kinds of blades, so total 1,000. It is G10 because usually Jason Brous does mid-techs, and usually they're around $500 or so. So all the other flippers are around $500. They're limited. This one is limited to 1,000. Jason wanted to do G10 so that it's almost a half the price, so that he could get his knives in the hands of other people and other people can feel and use his work. And I really appreciate that. When it came out, I went, huh? Because I have all of his other fancy fancy neck knives and flippers. I went, I'm not going to buy that. I did because it still feels great. It feels so wonderful. So if you ever wanted a Silent Soldier flipper, this is the one to get, G10 Scales. It is a nice one. Take it from someone who owns all of the Silent Soldiers. This is a really nice one. It really is. A little lighter than the others as well. And remember, only 1,000. There are a couple of Jason Brous Silent Soldier folders that got away, and I'll talk about that after we're done with the pocket dump. But this is the Silent Soldier D2. Jason Brous only works in D2 steel. It's a really wonderful blade. 2.5 inch for the cutting surface. And man, it's a push button flipper. Flips wonderful. That is my medium carry. And my large, in quotation, is this Chris Reeves small Sebenza 21. Oh man. You guys know how I love Sebenzas. I love Chris Reeves Sebenzas. 21, 25s, Zone. You just bring them on. I love them. So well built. I really love these, though. I'll tell you. It's a plain Jane body and a fancy lady blade. With a fancy lady blade. This is a small Sebenza 21. It has the titanium handle that you're used to from Chris Reeve. Has its Chris Reeve integral lock, and then it has that Devin Thomas ladder Damascus blade on it. 2.9 inch blade length. Oh, it's just a wonderful knife. So handy. Look at that spine with that Damascus. Layers of steel. I really love this. Ladder Damascus blade. Sebenza 21. And that is my carry. It's the Sebenza 21. Plain Jane with the fancy ladder Damascus blade. The medium is the Silent Soldier flipper from Jason Brous. D2 blade, 2.5 inches. Has that hole in it for your index finger that really gives you super control. Flips like a dream. Push button flipping. And that's with the G10 Scales. 1,000 made. You can find them. They're available. And then, of course, the little one. Not the Ladybug. I'm a man. It's the Manbug from Spyderco. It's really nice. You see, just a little bit thicker than the Ladybug. It's a great keychain knife with those FRN scales and that VG10 blade. There you have it. That's the carry. That's the pocket dump. We just deconstructed that. Can you believe it? Don't forget you can thumb this up or subscribe or both. Please do both. Give me comments. Let me know what we're doing is great and that you're enjoying it. So there you have it. That is what I took a picture on Instagram about and posted it at Keith Kevin Kim. But you know what? This ain't Instagram. This is where we talk a little bit more, just a little bit more about the knives that got away. Of course, I told you about the Jason Brous G10 version, his most recent. He also did an extra large version. But let's talk about the holes. This is the very first Jason Brous. I'm not talking about this is the prototype or anything. But Jason Brous did a very small batch of the Silent Soldier flippers. Silent Soldier fixed knife, neck knife that he had, and he finally made it a folder, and people went crazy over it, and they should. Remember, I told you 2.5-inch blade, has that D2 steel. Look at that aggressive jimping, but not too aggressive. I really love that. And it goes all the way up, so you can really have a lot of control. These can be tactical knives as well. Hard for someone to take it out of your hands with your finger in the middle of it. The very first one, carbon fiber on both sides. You can see the backspace right there with the Brous Blades brand. Looks something like this, except for the materials, as you can see. I forgot to tell you, this does have a liner lock. This was $1,000. When it first came out, this was the very first one with the liner lock and the hole, that trademark Silent Soldier hole. 500 available. This was limited to 500. And then the last one with a hole flipper, Brous came out later with flippers that didn't have a hole. Silent Soldier flippers where that is a solid blade. I have all three of those. The satin, the stonewash, and the acid stonewash ones, because I'm a fan. Those were limited to only 100. Only 100 of those total, which means I have 3 of them. Only 97 of those are still available. But he came out with something that at the time was unbelievably limited. I just told you he came out with ones without holes that were limited to 100. But right after he came out with this first one, he came out with this one. And this has, yep, the titanium frame lock in the back. He went away from that liner lock, got the titanium frame lock, and these are limited to only 150. They're still very hard to find. He still has them in satin. He has them in acid stonewash. This is a blacked out version. Again, only limited to 150. So this was the first flipper. First time he went flipper, taking his very popular Silent Soldier neck knife and making it into a flipper. Carbon fiber with a liner lock. And then he went and he did it. He made a frame lock, titanium frame lock on the Silent Soldier. These were only limited to 200, 500, 200. And then he just came out with the G10 version for people who couldn't go with these, couldn't find them, or put down the big bucks. Again, around 500, 550, depending on where you buy them now that they're both on the secondary market. Feels exactly the same, flips like a dream. G10, all of them have D2 steel, and this is the one I'm carrying, the G10 version, along with the Spyderco Manbug and the small Sebenza. There you have it, folks. That's it. Oh, thank you very much for watching. Talking to you guys make me feel good, even though it's a Monday and even though I have way too many meetings today that won't end until into the evening. I appreciate the time I've spent with you. Thank you very much for giving me so much of your time. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to thumb up this video. It just keeps me going. Thank you for all your comments. Keep the comments and the thumbs up going. Go crazy on the thumbs up. Please subscribe. Let's build this community so we can keep fondling knives every single day. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.